everyone. I'm here at my vernal pool in Essex County, and I'd like to show you how simple it is to explore a vernal pool with very simple household tools. All you need is a bucket, some boots, and a stick. Step in the mud, dip your bucket in, and the magic will begin shortly. So now we are looking inside the bucket. We're letting some of the silt settle a bit, and you may start to notice little tiny little creatures moving in the water. Watch how they move, and then very carefully you can take your stick and you can begin to move the leaves out of the way and see what's hiding under there. Let's see what's hiding underneath. You have to be patient, and sometimes the animals will hide under the leaves. I definitely saw a few things flitting around in here. Oh, there we go. Look at that. Do you see that? See that little critter moving around? You know, even if you don't have a guide, you could observe this critter, observe the way it's moving. Oh, see, it's camouflaging, trying to hide. But this white bucket will allow you to see more. So if you can, try and find things like this, a white cup, and you can take a look and see, do you see things moving? You might. And if you want to get an even closer look, you can take a little white spoon and dip in and see what's happening there. See, you don't need highly scientific tools, just household things that you might have in your kitchen. Here are a few things that I found from my bucket of water that came from my vernal pool. This is my little outdoor laboratory. I have a white measuring cup so I can see these little critters a bit better. I have a white spoon where I captured something here, and we're going to take a closer look at it under my outdoor microscope. We call it a magiscope, and it gathers light from here so I can use it outdoors anytime. Look at that. I wonder what that is. It could be something called a water boatman. Now, in the bright sunlight, you might be able to see that it has markings. But today is a cloudy, overcast day, so we'll just do what we can. Maybe we could use our spoon to scoop them up and get a closer look. Look at that. It has things almost that look like wings. Amazing. So here's my clear container, but see how cloudy it is? It just didn't work so well. So instead, I found these. They were little vases that I had in my kitchen. And now I can see so much better. And maybe if I do a little close up, you can see some of the creatures that I see. These are aquatic insects, and that looks like it might be a small beetle. So I have an identification book, and I'll go through the book and I'll take closer looks. But until then, I'm going to take a close look on the top to see what's going on. Oh, look at the way they move. Maybe this critter would settle down a little bit if I gave it something to hide under. What do you think? Let's try it. Oh, seems like it's settling down. Let's try another leaf and see. Let's see if that helps. wonder if it will settle down under the leaf. Oh, look at that. Yes, it seems to have calmed down my little friend, and it stopped moving. It doesn't look so distressed, does it? Oh. So, just with these simple things, a bucket, a stick to remove the leaves, a little white spoon, a measuring cup, and maybe some glass vases or square glasses that you could use, you can observe the critters in your nearby water. Maybe it's a pond, or maybe it's a vernal pool, or maybe it's just a puddle. You never know what you might find. Well, folks, I think I figured out what we have here. Do you see the markings on the back of this aquatic insect that's camouflaging itself on this leaf? Well, if you look at those, you looked at those markings, right? They're very similar to this one, the water boatman, as opposed to this one called the back swimmer. But they're very similar. But now that I've seen the markings on the back, I'm convinced we have a water boatman. Let's see, where is he? There he goes. He's probably going to stop, yep, right when he gets to the leaf. A little relief from the leaf. They really do like that when you put leaves in with them. So if you see that your aquatic insects seem a little stressed, just put a few leaves in there and see what happens. Another thing you can do in your yard is you can look for things like old logs or even sometimes just an old board, and you can do this. Lift it up and see what might be under there. Oh, there's a hole right there. Maybe something lives in there. Look at all the moss, how green it is. You could take a stick, see, you don't need highly scientific tools, just a stick, and you could look and see. Do you see any bugs? Anything crawling around in there? Do you see something, Will? My cameraman, Will, has spotted a spider. Can you point it out? Oh, right there. Do you want to get a close-up with the camera? Right there where my pinky is. It's a tiny little black spider. Look at that. And it has a web. Wow. Very busy. Yeah. Wow. Nice close-up, Will.